I need you calm. Okay, no matter what happens, you gotta stay calm.
I told you I don't know these movies. I don't ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary. Ask me about The Witch.
Hey, everybody. It's Friday night now when you're watching this, hopefully. Not Friday night right this second, but you know what time it is when it's Friday night. It's why we love horror trivia. 2 more matches this week, 2 more singles matches. I believe we got some debuts this week. There's at least one in this match, and I think depending on how we schedule this out, there'll be 2 more in the match that follows. Excited to have both these guys on, but let's first bring in a familiar face to the community, somebody who's been here before, played in teams, played in singles, Mr. Henry Confidential. How you feeling today, man?
Pretty good. Horror is something that I'm becoming a solid competitor and just, personal knowledge. So I'm always down to do this. Kevin already behind the scenes is not acting confident, and that just makes it more fun of like, all right, last time that happened, I got my butt kicked because I was like, oh, let's make it even. And then I just started losing. So let's have
take it serious.
Yeah.
All right. Any categories you're hoping to get tonight?
Well, I'm always trying to hear Saw, even though ironically he picked it. But just, essentially things that I like that you don't like usually is better in my favor.
Yeah, I did write some fresh Saw questions, but you're right. The man who did pick Saw, making his debut tonight, 0 wins, 0 losses. The philosopher, Kevin Poss, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. A little nervous, but, it is what it is. Henry's just got me on my toes a little bit. But, it's a new league. So just, I'm just got those little bit of nerves coming in, but yeah, excited to see how I can compete, and hopefully I can give Henry a run for his money.
You'll figure your first match will give you a nice friendly face. Mine, Henry doesn't look friendly ever. He looks very menacing all the time. But anyway, let's get down to business. It's 3 rounds of horror trivia this evening, starting with round number 1. Round 1 is the speed round. Kevin gave me 4 categories. Henry gave me 4 categories. I wrote 8 questions. I'm going to ask them all in succession. These guys are going to number their boards 1 through 8. I'll ask a question. 10 seconds will pass. I'll ask another question. I'll keep doing that till I've asked all 8 questions. If they get all 8 questions right, bonus question for them. They're all worth 1 point apiece. Throughout the course of the match, both competitors get 3 repeats in a challenge. In round 1, how repeats work, when time's running out, you can call for a repeat, and then at that point in time, I'll repeat as many questions as you want, and then we give you 20 extra seconds to finish up your boards. Any questions before we get started?
Nope.
Okay. Your first question is going to come in the Saw franchise. The first of the people trapped in the house in Saw 2 who dies is killed how? Your second question comes in M. Night Shyamalan. What's the name of the rapper on the beach in Old? I've heard this question asked plenty of times, but not in this league yet. So there you go. Your third question. In 2000's psychological thrillers, who plays Detective Donald Kimball in American Psycho? Your fourth question, in the 2010s, very simply, who directed 10 Cloverfield Lane? Your fifth question is in horror comedies. What 1990 horror anthology features performances from James Remar, Julianne Moore, and Mark Margolis? Your sixth question, in psychological thrillers, what puts Beth in the hospital in Black Swan? Moving on to Alfred Hitchcock. First time we've had this in the league right so far. What does the killer use to strangle their victims in Frenzy? And the last question is going to come in A24. Who plays Dr. John Hindle in False Positive? So time will be running out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to those answers. Kevin, let's read your answers off first.
All right, I got gunshot for number 1, mid-size sedan for number 2. I didn't get number 3, 4, 5. I went broken leg number 6, telephone cable number 7, and I didn't get number 8.
And Henry.
Gunshot, mid-size sedan, Willem Dafoe, Dan Trachtenberg. Didn't get number 5. Attempted suicide, a tie, and Pierce Brosnan.
Okay, then round 1, I got Henry in the lead 6-2. We'll go with those answers. Gunshot kills Gus when he looks to the peephole. That's definitely what happens. Mid-size sedan is the name of the rapper. Willem Dafoe plays Detective Kimball. Dan Trachtenberg directed 10 Cloverfield Lane. That movie that has James Remar, Julianne Moore, Mark Margolis, Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. They're all in it.
Oh, okay.
Beth, Winona Ryder's character, is hit by a car. That's what puts her in the hospital. The killer in Frenzy does use ties, neckties, and Pierce Brosnan plays Dr. John Hindle. That being said, we move on to round number 2. Round number 2, if you've watched any trivia league, it's the wheel round. All those categories we just did, now they're on a wheel. Henry is in the lead, so he'll elect whether he wants to spin first or defer to Kevin. You can have a respin if you don't like the first category you land on. But whatever you finally settle on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. However, you can check down to multiple choice. That question then becomes worth 1 point apiece. However, if any point during the process you get one of those questions wrong, your opponent can steal for the current point value of the question. So let's bring that wheel in. Give me a second. I thought I shared it, but I didn't.
I will let my friend Kevin go first.
All right. Well, before we spin, Kevin, I'll go over the categories one more time for the people watching. You got Saw, M. Night Shyamalan, 2000 psychological thrillers, 2010s, horror comedies, just psychological thrillers, Alfred Hitchcock, A24, and there's a spinner's and opponent's choice wedge on there as well. Here is your first spin. Lands on 2000s psychological thrillers. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right. Let's put that wheel back. Let's talk about some 2000s psychological thrillers. Here's your first question. In what U.S. state does the 2004 remake of The Wicker Man take place?
Give me multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice answers. Is it A, Alaska, B, Oregon, C, Washington, or D, California?
Oregon.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Henry. Is it A, Alaska, B, Oregon, C, Washington, or D, California?
I was between Oregon and Washington, so I'll go Washington.
It does take place in Washington. That is correct. Your second question. Who plays the yacht's deckhand, Victor, in Triangle?
I'll go multiple again.
All right. Is it A, Jack O'Connell, B, Liam Hemsworth, C, Aaron Taylor Johnson, or D, Lucas Till?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
That's incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Henry. Is it A, Jack O'Connell, B, Liam Hemsworth, C, Aaron Taylor Johnson, or D, Lucas Till?
Between two, let's go D.
That's also incorrect. It's played by Liam Hemsworth.
Two I was between.
I thought that was too easy.
Your third question. What name is the leader of the secret society known by in Martyrs?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, La Femme, B, Madame, C, La Dame, or D, Mademoiselle?
La Femme.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Henry. Is it A, La Femme, B, Madame, C, La Dame, or D, Mademoiselle?
Between two again, but this one's actually because they're similar. B.
It's probably the other one you were thinking of. She's Mademoiselle. I know she's an old lady, but she's a Mademoiselle, so that is correct. Incorrect for you. Correct for me. Your fourth question, your penultimate question in this category, Kevin. How does Mike die at the end of 1408?
Oh, shit. Let's go multiple again. I might actually get this one.
All right. Is it A, drowning, B, hanging, C, a fire, or D, falls to his death?
Hanging.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point still, Henry. Is it A, drowning, B, hanging, C, fire, or D, falls to his death?
Falls.
Also incorrect. He sets fire to the room while he's in it.
Really? I thought he jumped
Yeah.
out the window. Or did he? Was that it?
Kevin, I understand your answer. They want him to hang himself, but he chooses not to. He sets fire to the room.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Okay.
Your final question: who directed Bug?
David Cronenberg.
That is incorrect, Henry. Chance for a 2 point steal. Who directed Bug?
William Friedkin.
That is correct.
Oh, damn it.
It does sound like something.
Yeah.
It sounds like something he would direct, and they definitely could have used him in some of those scenes.
Yeah.
All right, Henry, you're in the lead 9-2 now as we bring the wheel back, and your first spin is away.
Salt.
You get a respin. You get spinner's choice, so I wonder what you're going to take.
Yeah, I'll take Saw.
Okay, let's.
Even if I screw it up, I have a decent lead, so it's not gonna bite me in the ass as much as it could.
All right, your first question in the Saw franchise, not including flashback sequences. In how many movies does Jill Tuck appear? Five, 4, 3, 2. 4 is correct.
Damn, nice ball.
Your second question. What type of cancer does Henry lie about having at the support group in Saw X?
Wow, hold on. Wow, I'm gonna screw this up. No.
5, 4.
You can give me an extension. Repeat. Just you don't have to say it again.
Okay.
Oh my god. Pancreatic cancer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Like, there's no way I missed that. Come on.
We're in a situation where Kevin would need to steal to avoid the knockouts. Let's go on to the next question and see. And I'll just figure it out as we go along. Your third question. In Debbie's trap in Saw 6, William helps her by diverting what out of her path so it hits him instead?
I'll go multiple.
All right. Is it A, oil, B, fire, C, acid, or D, steam?
Steam.
That is correct. Your fourth question. What item of Lawrence Gordon's was planted at the Jigsaw killer crime scene in Saw?
Damn.
Is this your pen? This pen. That's okay.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2 point steal, Kevin. What item of Lawrence Gordon?
His medical pen light.
Pen light is correct.
That's fair.
All right. Well, if you hit this question for any point value, it will be a knockout. So here is your final question.
I just wanted to hear them all. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, guys.
Which Saw film opens with 2 men in a trap, which is set inside a mausoleum?
That is Saw 4.
And your winner by way of knockout, Henry Confidential Sanchez. Let me drop you back quickly and talk to Kevin. Kevin, I don't know if you did this to yourself or not. You were saying beforehand that you were lacking some confidence. How you feeling?
It's happened before. So there is that possibility. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much was me, how much was they were very good questions. My mind just was not quite there. I need to do some studying for sure.
We'll have you back. I mean, some people come in with no prep, some people prep. You know, it's to each his own. I would recommend a little bit of prep.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll definitely have you back. Is there anybody else you're looking to play?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Is there anybody else going to play when you come back?
Yeah, I'll take anybody. Yeah, I'll take anybody that's you kind of just put them at at my
You
level.
set him up. I'll set him up. You knock him down. No problem. I will make that happen, Kevin. We'll see you before you know it.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Bringing today's winner, Henry. You have the distinction. I don't know about. I mean, back in Hunter's League, there were knockouts, but since I've taken over, no one's done it yet. So you're the first person to do that under my management. How you feeling?
Pretty good. It's what I've been telling you for a long time. Obviously we have different tastes in terms of certain things. So even if the categories align with my interest, you could just write something that's not in my wheelhouse. But just today it happened to be that, every round one except for the one, the 90s anthology one I'd seen. So at least, and I just hadn't rewatched Black Swan in a while, so I just forgot that one. So I did really good. Like False Positive. I like that movie and you judged me for it. So
I like that movie.
Okay. You're
mistaking me for somebody else.
Yeah. Maybe it was Pez. But yeah, so it's just one of those where, it just happened. It's a very obscure movie, technically speaking. But yeah, it just fell in my wheels. And that obviously, I was I officially graduated that over as my favorite franchise over Rocky recently. So missed going, well, technically not perfect because I said Penlight at the last second, but that those are the rules. But yeah, so it didn't go perfect. And I should have said Steam. I just was thinking about like the phrasing of it. I was like, was it that? But yeah. So other than that, this is a great time. I would love to play, like, I don't know people's records offhand, but like Jacob Cameron, Aaron J, Pez,
Pez, we could probably make happen. Pez, I think, is right on the same part as you. I know he's been
APO, like, and any of the people that I talk to regularly, I would love to play them just because, like, let's actually do horde versus each other. So yeah, anyone.
I think you'll be back in teams before you're back in singles. And I want to clear up one thing with this false positive slander. I love Alana Glazer, and I'll watch anything that woman is in. So he's definitely mistaken me for Pez. All right, but until next time, Henry, we'll drop you back. We'll just wrap up this part of the show. Congratulations again. Hey, stick around. I'm going to drop that cute intermission video on the back with part 2 of Why We Love Heart.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special treats, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar and have a time. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
2 minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
Welcome back from intermission, everybody. We are back at Why We Love Horror Trivia for the second half of the show. Two gentlemen coming in. They're both looking for their first win under new management. I believe one of them had a win under the old management, but one of them's a newer player. One of them's been around for a long time. We're going to bring around someone who I'm going to say he's a veteran here. He's been here, played a lot of matches already. Sinister, Alec Miller. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm really hoping to get a win to start off this new year. I had a heartbreaking loss against Hunter, and I'm pretty sure I lost my other match too. So I'm ready, man, to try and turn that luck around. Me and Richie secretly hate each other. People don't know that. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to having a good time here. Richie's awesome, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, you did historically our very first match under here. You went to sudden death with Hunter deep into sudden death, and it's kind of just been a little bit of a backslide since then. But we will try to get your luck turned around. But one man is standing in your way. It is the machine himself, Richie Nemo Goodacre. Richie, how you doing today?
Yeah, good, man. Look, we might be secret enemies, but I'll put up a good friendly fight for the sake of the cameras, and the live stream. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always enjoy talking horror. Oh yeah.
Richie, as usual, has brought several unique strengths that only somebody from the Southern Hemisphere can bring. We're going to have the comeback of Australian horror. He's picked British horror, Final Girls, all kinds of stuff we haven't seen so far. So I'm excited to read some of those questions if they get read. But without any further ado, let's get into it. 3 rounds of horror trivia, beginning with round 1. Round 1 is the speed round. So I'm going to have both of our contestants number their board 1 through 8. Alec chose 4 categories. Richie chose 4 categories. I wrote 8 questions. I'll ask them in not rapid fire, but I'll ask them one after another. 10 seconds between each question until I've read all 8 questions. 10 seconds after I read that last question, time will expire. However, both contestants get 3 repeats in a challenge. If they choose in round 1, they can use a repeat as time is running out. I'll repeat as many questions as they want, and I'll add 20 seconds to the clock so they can answer those questions. You get all 8 questions right, 9th bonus question. If there are no questions from the contestants, we'll get started. All right. Your first question comes in the category of Australian horror, and the question is, what year saw the release of Lake Mungo? Your second question is in the Evil Dead franchise. How is the possessed girl killed in the opening of Evil Dead 2013? Your third question is in the Scream franchise. Who is the first person in the franchise to be killed with a firearm?
Can you repeat the question?
Who's the first person in the franchise to be killed with a firearm?
Oh, yeah.
Your fourth question will come in Mike Flanagan. Who plays Mark, Cody's adopted father, in Before I Wake? Your fifth question in Final Girls. Besides Jamie Lee Curtis, name one of the other 2 actresses who are the final girls in Halloween 2018. Your sixth question comes in monster movies. In what branch of the U.S. military are Nick and Chris enlisted in 2017's The Mummy? Moving on to British horror, how many names are on the titular kill list? And your final question in horror comedies, what horror comedy has cameos from Dr. Phil, Shaquille O'Neal, and the entire cast of The Girls Next Door minus Hugh Hefner? And your time's going to expire in 5, 4, 3. Alec needs a repeat. Which question you need repeated, Alec?
4.
Question number 4, and Mike Flanagan. Who plays Mark, Cody's adopted father, in Before I Wake? 20 seconds. And time will expire in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll look at the answers now. Starting with Alec. What do you got?
I have 2009, Set on Fire, 3 Billy, Alexander Skarsgård 4. I only got Judy Greer on 5. Nothing for 6. For 7 I put 3, and then for 8 Scary Movie 3.
Well, you only needed Judy Greer, so that one is going to be right. Just name one or the other. Go ahead, Richie.
Yeah, I thought that. I said number 1 said 2013. I said Set on Fire. Number 3, I left blank. Number 4 said Laura Dern. I meant Jordy Greer. My bad. Number 6, I said Navy. Number 7, I said 12. Number 8, I said Scream Movie 3.
Okay, at the end of round 1, I have Alec in the lead 4-1. Here are the answers. Lake Mungo came out in 2008. The girl in the beginning of Evil Dead is Set on Fire. You both got that one right. Billy is the first person to get killed with a gun. That's correct. Thomas Jane plays the father in Before I Wake. Judy Greer or Andy Matichak, either one is fine for Halloween. Tom Cruise and Jake Johnson are in the Army in The Mummy. 3 names on the kill list, and Scary Movie 4 has those cameos. Not Scary Movie 3, so you're one off. That being said, we're moving on to round 2. Round 2 is the wheel round. The contestant in the lead, that being Alec at this point in time, he's going to see a wheel. On that wheel, all the 8 categories I just talked about, plus spinners and opponent's choice are on there. Either Alec will spin first, or he'll elect Richie to spin first. You can spin the wheel once. If you don't like what you get 1 respin. Whoever you're stuck with, whatever you get, whatever category you wind up with. I'm going to ask you 5 questions in that category worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer right away, you can check down to multiple choice. I'll give you 4 multiple choice answers. Then the question is worth 1 point. However, if you get the question wrong at any point in time, your opponent can steal. So let's bring that wheel in. I'll remind you what the categories on the wheel are. On the wheel today, we got Australian horror, Evil Dead, Scream, Mike Flanagan, Final Girls, monster movies, British horror, and horror comedies, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice. Alec, you have the option. Do you want to spin first or defer to Richie?
It's been so long since I've had the choice. I'm gonna defer because.
All right, Richie, here is your first spin. You get horror comedies. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'm gonna. I'll keep it.
He's gonna keep it. Okay, well, let's put the wheel backstage, and we'll ask you these horror comedy questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your first question. When David's phone is discovered at the end of Bodies, 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 it's revealed that which character is responsible for his death? Five.
Yeah, it's himself, right? David.
David is correct.
I was thinking it was a trick question. Yeah.
It is a trick question. That's correct. Your second question. Who plays the man who is insulted by an ATM in Maximum Overdrive?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, George Romero, B, John Carpenter, C, Stephen King, or D, Clive Barker?
Well, that's Stephen King.
It is Stephen King. It's his movie, and he put himself in it in that point of the movie.
Yeah.
Your third question in horror comedies. The final scene of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes shows what type of vegetable now happy that the tomatoes are gone?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, potatoes, B, carrots, C, corn, or D, celery?
I'm going to say celery.
Celery is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Alec. Is it A, potatoes, B, carrots, C, corn, or D, celery?
B, carrots.
It is a carrot that is very happy that the tomatoes are dead. That's correct. Your fourth question in horror comedies. In Shaun of the Dead, what song is playing on the jukebox when Shaun and the others are fighting zombies inside of the Winchester?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, B, Don't Stop Me Now, C, Stairway to Heaven, or D, Another One Bites the Dust?
B, Don't Stop Me Now.
It is Don't Stop Me Now. That is correct.
Yeah.
And we're tied back up. Your final question, number 5 in horror comedies. What's the ghost's name in We Have a Ghost?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Derek, B, George, C, Ernest, or D, Ian?
I'll say George.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal, Alec. Is it A, Derek, B, George, C, Ernest, or D, Ian?
C, Ernest.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. At the end of Richie's part of the round, Alec remains in the lead 6-5. We're going to bring the wheel back, and we'll have Alec take his first spin. And you get Mike Flanagan. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Let's keep it.
All right. We'll get rid of that wheel permanently. Let's talk about Mike Flanagan. Your first question in Mike Flanagan. Besides Kate Siegel, who has roles in both Ouija Origin of Evil and Gerald's Game?
I'm going to do multiple choice. I'm blanking on his name. I'm so mad.
All right. Is it A, Bruce Greenwood, B, Henry Thomas, C, Doug Jones, or D, Carol Struycken?
B, Henry Thomas.
It is Henry Thomas. Your second question. In Hush, where on his body does Maddie wound the man with the crossbow when he's about to kill her cat? Five, four.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, his shoulder, B, his thigh, C, his foot, or D, his forearm?
His thigh.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal, Richie. Is it A, shoulder, B, thigh, C, foot, or D, forearm?
I say foot.
That is also incorrect. She shoots him in the shoulder. He gets shot in the shoulder with the crossbow. Your third question. Who plays Billy Freeman in Dr. Sleep? Five, four.
I'm having a hard time with names today. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Carl Urban, B, Martin Henderson, C, Martin Sokus, or D, Cliff Curtis?
Sorry, could I get a repeat of the choices?
Yep, you get a free repeat of those. A, Carl Urban, B, Martin Henderson, C, Martin Sokus, or D, Cliff Curtis?
D.
That is correct for a point.
Damn it. Yeah.
Your fourth question. What falls into the hole in the wall just before Doris kills Mikey in Ouija Origin of Evil?
Again, multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, rats, B, blood, C, a skull, or D, the planchette from the Ouija board?
A.
A is incorrect. Richie, time for 1 point steal. Is it A, rats, B, blood, C, a skull, or D, the planchette from the Ouija board?
I'll say the planchette from the Ouija board.
That's also incorrect. It's a skull falls into the hole. Your final question in Mike Flanagan. What item of Callie's is left behind when she is taken by the creature in Absentia?
Let me get a repeat.
Sure, it's your first repeat. Or second repeat, I'm sorry. What item of Callie's is left behind when she is taken by the creature in absentia?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, a necklace, B, a shoe, C, an earring, or D, a jacket?
C, necklace.
That is incorrect. Richie, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, a necklace, B, a shoe, C, an earring, or D, a jacket?
I'll say C, earring.
Okay, both incorrect. So it was incorrect either way, Alec. Don't worry. It was B, a shoe. Her shoe is left behind. With that being said, Alec is still in the lead, 8-5, as we go into round number 3. Round number 3 is another type of wheel. It's the synopsis wheel. These guys chose 2 categories apiece. I chose a 5th category. All 5 categories are on the wheel twice for 10 wedges. What will happen is they'll spin the wheel 3 times to get a 2-point, a 3-point, and a 5-point synopsis. And then I'll ask the player that's behind until they catch up, and we'll go back and forth. Play will end when either I've asked all 6 questions or if somebody's mathematically eliminated. Technically, we can go to sudden death, but let's hope that does not happen. Alec, you have the choice if you want to spin first or defer to Richie. Let me put the wheel up here to show you guys what you're playing with. 5 categories on the wheel today are the 1990s, the 2020s, found footage, horror comedies, and sci-fi horror. You want to spin your categories first or let Richie spin his first?
I'll spin mine first.
Okay. Your 2-pointer is in found footage. You want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep that.
All right. Your 3-pointer is also in found footage. You want to keep that or spin again?
Let's keep it.
All right. And your 5-pointer with 1 respin remaining. The 1990s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Spin that again.
All right. The category you must take for 5 is... Oh, again, so close. The 1990s. You almost got sci-fi horror twice. All right, Richie, your 2-pointer. Sci-fi horror. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, keep.
All right, your 3-pointer is a respin. You got the 1990s for 3. You want to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, keep.
And your 5-pointer with 1 respin remaining. Horror comedies. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Keep.
All right. Well, Richie, you are behind. So let me close this wheel out. And we'll start with you with your 2-pointer in sci-fi horror. Are you ready?
Yep.
4 weeks after a mysterious, incurable virus spreads through the United Kingdom, a handful of survivors try to find sanctuary. Name that movie.
28 days later.
That is 28 days later. I'm glad you could do the math to figure out that 4 weeks is 28 days. Your second one, your 3-pointer in the 1990s. Are you ready?
Yeah.
A teenager is part of an interactive video game where he kills innocent victims. Later, the murders become real. Name that movie. Five, 4.
Repeat.
That's your first repeat. For 3 points in the 1990s, a teenager is part of an interactive video game where he kills innocent victims. Later, the murders become real. Name that movie.
Videodrome.
That is incorrect. Looking for the Edward Furlong vehicle, Brain Scan. That is Brain Scan.
Okay.
Here's where we're at. You have to answer your 5-pointer in horror comedies to throw it back over to Alec. So here is your 5-pointer in horror comedies. You have 2 repeats remaining. A group of slackers face an army of zombies. The Cuban government and media claim the living dead are dissidents revolting against the government. Name that movie.
Yeah, repeat.
That is your second repeat. A group of slackers face an army of zombies. The Cuban government and media claim the living dead are dissidents revolting against the government. Name that movie.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
That's your final repeat. A group of slackers face an army of zombies. The Cuban government and media claim the living dead are dissidents revolting against the government. Name that movie. 5, 4, 3.
Congrats, Alec. I don't know.
Time is up. That's the play on words. That is Juan of the Dead. Instead of Shaun of the Dead, that's Juan of the Dead. With that being said, and your winner, Sinister Alec Miller. We'll go to post-match interviews, starting with Richie. Richie, unfortunately, it didn't happen again today for you, but we will see you again soon. How you feeling?
Yeah, look, I do know my stuff. It's just sometimes that's kind of get it for me. I'll get back into on there. Sometimes just second guess myself. I think the first round there were answers I knew. Just sort of second guess myself a bit there. But yeah, I'll be back. Congrats to Alec. I think we both had external distractions going on too, so that we go to combat those. But yeah, no, good on Alec, and yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah, I think, but next time we'll see you back, we are going to be going back to teams in a little bit. You and Malcolm will be back playing. Anybody you're looking to play in that realm?
The teams are just anybody, I mean, like I'm always down to play Hunter or anybody in that realm. Like any team really. Yeah, wants to.
We can make anybody happen. I guarantee you.
Oh, cool! That's cool. That's a weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, you got it. All right, we'll drop you back. We'll see you soon, Richie. Bring in today's winner, Alec. The curse has been lifted for you. You did it. If you want to bring your family on camera, whoever's there, it's fine. Everybody can celebrate. How you feeling?
It was this little girl.
Oh, that's the one that's making all the
noise. To get picked up. But no, I mean that was not my best match, but I was able to maneuver around Flanagan. I need to go and just have a rewatch of all those movies. I'm kicking myself for Henry Thomas. I know that. I know that. For some reason, names were just my kryptonite today. But good match. Let's keep it going. One game. I'm on a 1-game win streak.
You were on an upswing, so we will see you back in singles at this point in time. Now that you're moving up the ranks, is there anybody you have your sights set on to play?
Someone I can beat. No, I don't have anybody.
I will try to make that happen. With the roster expanding, you just never know. So with that being said, we'll drop you back. Congratulations again. Get that monkey off your back, and we'll see you soon. Hey, if you made this far in the video, you got through 2 episodes. 2 matches, rather, 1 episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group, Why We Love Horror. Join that. You get your advanced notice of what's going on. If you don't have that much of an attention span, you can join me on TikTok, WWL Horror. And I'll try to keep you updated there. It's a little bit harder on there, but I'll do it. You can drop me a line, wwlhorror@gmail.com. What's coming up? Well, on Monday, myself, Shannon, we're going to be talking about Croc on Monday on John Versus. Next Thursday, myself, Abby, and Aaron, we're going to go to Scream Unseen for a second time. I do believe we're going to see Lisa Frankenstein, but I can't say that with 100% certainty, so I won't say it until I see it. And then next Friday, join us back here for 2 more matches here on Why We Love Horror Trivia. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you.